Do an intro, damn it!
How many of those do we get for PG-13?
Damn it!
As many as you want.
As many as you want.
Yeah, you can do that on TV.
Freedom. All right, cool. All right. Hey, welcome to TableTop Nerdcast. Today, my name's Percy. Well, it always is that. So.
Today it's Percy? Was it Betty Lou yesterday? I mean...
Sometimes you don't want to ask those questions.
I'm an officer of the law. What is your name, sir?
Oh, man. So today we're playing Savage Worlds Dark Adventures. I'm GMing today, and with me I've got Mike playing... What the heck is your...
Chot.
Oh, yeah, Chot. That's right.
And Rick is playing Ranger Doug.
Yeah, baby.
Over here. And then we got Nasty Nate over here. Which nobody can see, but that's his name on Zoom. Nasty Nate is, we're borrowing him from another podcast called The Mundane and the Arcane, as well as many others, but that's the RPG podcast that he does. Yeah. So, welcome, Nathan. Welcome to Dark Adventures. We hope you enjoy your stay. Nasty Nate. Oh, Nathan's going to be playing a halfling named, what is it, Little Jim?
Little Jimmy.
Little Jimmy, who is he's a quarterling.
He's a tiny,
small.
He's a halfling with the small hindrance.
Small people got.
Oh no!
Dude, it would have only been... the joke would have only been great if you would have called him Willie.
Oh, Little Willie. It's not too late.
No. I'm stuck with Little Jimmy.
My name is Small William.
Little Jimmy's a Mitch Hedberg reference.
Yeah. Okay. So he's playing Little Jimmy the quarterling mechanic, quarterling motorcycle mechanic. And, man, today we're taking off with more of this story. But before we do, if you're new here, or if you've been watching for a while and you just haven't hit the button yet, hit the like button, hit the bell so you get notifications every time we do anything. We've been doing a lot of video games during coronavirus. We've been doing a lot of Star Citizen. I'm looking to maybe do some Streets of Rage, some other things that are coming out. So it's been lots of fun streaming every single day. And if you want to see all of that, hit that notification button and you'll get notifications every time we do something. And we would love to have you for those. We also have plenty of RPG content weekly that comes out. So do all of that and enjoy the show today.
And we will do our best to be a bunch of jackasses.
I don't even think we have to do anything. We just are. We're here. Welcome. All right. So last time on Dark Adventures, Chot, whatever the hell his name is, I'm never gonna get it. You might as well change your Zoom name to Chot.
It is Chot.
Chot and Doug were on a train going from Houston to Tyler, Texas, when it was derailed just south of Nacogdoches at the Piney Woods Country Club. After recovering all of the passengers and making sure that everything emergency-wise was set up, Doug then went to investigate some of the reasons, like why did the train derail. They found that two of the magnets that would propel the train forward had been entirely removed and cleaned up like they had never been there, which obviously we know is untrue. And so the train derailed, sending 5 full passenger cars tumbling throughout the wilderness there. They found a little biker bar where they were able to find a vehicle and chase after an alien artifact that they assumed had something to do with the derailment. Chot has a special device that goes off within 2 miles of alien technology, so they were able to kind of track this stuff down. They got to the Piney Woods Country Club, where they found it ablaze, and they saw large footprints of a being that was about 12 to 15 feet tall. And it wasn't too long before they ran into a mech that was working for somebody named Dory. And all he said was he needed to destroy anything stronger than Dorian, which Doug said he was. So the mech decided to fight Doug.
I said Texas was stronger than Dorian, sir.
You said that you were first, and then you changed your story. And Doug got scared. But once the mech realized that Doug was literally no match for him, the mech said, "Not stronger than Dorian," turned and sprinted the other direction. And that is where we're coming into our story now. You're still fairly close to the blazing country club. You can see it in your purview, although you're probably about a good 40 to 50 feet away from it at this point, just from hunting down that mech. And what do you guys do, Chot and Doug?
So, well, how far is that mech out there now?
He's sprinting not only the speed of a 15-foot individual, but a 15-foot individual with rockets on its feet. It's gone.
That's the DM's way of saying you can't chase it.
That's kind of what I think he's narrating there. Now, he's going through the woods, though, so he's leaving quite a trail, right?
He is leaving a trail if you wanted to follow him, yeah.
Shot. What do you know about
And he is heading
alien,
north.
Alien piece of steel we got here?
I forgot my damn accent. I'm pulling a Rick.
It was pretty.
It was
snooty
kind of
British,
a
I
Russian
believe.
Jamaican combination there, you know.
No, that's you. That's Marenga. Remember that.
If he
Yeah,
dies,
that's right.
he dies. No. I do not know.
What do you mean you don't know? Don't you aliens all know all this alien stuff?
We do not know everything about every other alien.
Oh yeah, Ranger Doug is also very racist.
He is not.
Speciest.
He's
Vicious.
objective.
Yeah.
Dang it. We're not going to catch this guy. I think we need to,
I'm afraid
is he
my
still in
dongle.
range?
I'm
Huh?
afraid my dongle only reaches so far.
What? Damn dungo. What kind of alien crap is that? You know, they say the water's deep, right?
Sorry, trying to break Nick.
Nasty Nate over here already. As soon as the word dongle came out, Nasty Nate went for it.
Guys, I can't help it. It's so good. Give me all your dongles. I want all your dongles.
Done, sir. All right.
Okay, so as you guys are sitting here discussing this, trying to figure out, like, what is this mech? Where did it come from? And it, like, if you'll remember, it kind of like the mouth would flip open and then the jaw would just extend and sound would come out of a speaker in its mouth.
Kind of like a nutcracker?
Kind of like a nutcracker or like a
Crack
knockoff
these
Ultron.
nuts? Ah, I see. Okay. Well, dang it. We're going to have to chase this guy, but I really want to check out what this fire is at Pine of Woods, make sure nobody's injured any kind of way.
Okay, so we'll screen wipe to you guys standing with your hands on your hips watching as the thing is on fire.
I wonder if I should play with the accent of like Yogi Bear and say, "But Ranger, sir."
Do you have a picnic basket?
As you guys are standing waiting for the fire to maybe die down or whatever it's going to do, you hear the sirens of the fire brigade that you had called in before the end of our last session, Doug. And they come in and begin dousing this fire with their equipment. But you also hear another...
What kind of equipment are they using? Are they using
Water.
proper hosage?
Yeah,
Okay.
whatever that means for the future.
I'm telling you.
They're using the right hose for the job.
Okay. And their stream is okay.
Absolutely.
Hey, it's like we're streaming right now.
I'm just gonna drop it, man. This is gonna be one giant dick joke. Sorry, guys.
Sorry.
Not,
I'm
we're
not
making
sorry.
it through
I'm
this
not-
stream.
I'm not sorry at all.
I don't want to get in the stream, so they'll take care of that themselves, sir.
Absolutely. And you hear another sound approaching through the woods, which is interesting to you because it sounds like a handful of motorcyclists coming to see what's going on.
Oh, great. They're coming for their bike. Well, that's good. We don't have to return it now.
You left their bike on the highway, sir.
In a safe place, though, on the highway. And I think we threw the keys
We threw the
somewhere?
keys into the woods.
That's the right thing to do there. Yes, sir, it was. You know. Oh, boy. Yeah. We're going to have to go find this damn metalhead thing we saw there, Chuck.
Oh, do your police connections allow you to have someone else track it?
Well, there ain't nobody in the area. Let me try my Dick Tracy watch here.
Obvious.
I do have a Dick
Obviously, we were no match for this.
Oh, well, no, I wouldn't say that. It was just the first round there, sir. Until the match is done, we don't know whether we're a match for this thing.
By first round, you mean you had your butt handed to you.
Now that's all a relative way of looking at things there, but that doesn't tell the whole picture, if you know what I mean.
He slapped you around 15 feet at a time.
That's what it appeared to you to look like. I didn't see it that way in my end, sir.
And by this time, the roaring of these motors is so loud. They ride around the entire country club twice before they stop behind you. And there are about 6 motorcyclists, all of them relatively normal size.
I'll say, can we borrow your bike?
Did you figure out what did this yet?
No, we have not. We have not. Well,
What happened to Tori's bike?
It's back there. I'm surprised you didn't pass it on your way here.
Well, we did come. Did you not drive it in to the woods? Wasn't that your whole point? Was you wanted to bring it here?
Well, we drove it kind of on the road there, sir.
We were afraid we would damage your vehicle, so we decided to leave it on the side of the road.
I thought you were coming to check out the fire, and he kind of glances over at the parking lot, and then back to you.
Well, we were, but we ran into something on the way here that we had to follow as a big metal man.
You did not see the destruction of the woods as it walked through, did you not, as you passed? Because that was where the bike was.
Well, so how that shook out was you guys were on the road. You got a sense from your dongle that the thing was moving away, so you left your bike on the road.
Always following the dongle.
Followed your dongle whichever direction it was pointing, and you went there as quickly as you could, where you found the footprints started next to the country club.
Well, now you said that dongle was vibrating very rapidly, sir, and that definitely got our attention.
He's not going to make it tonight. He's done.
And it was kind of whining, if I remember you're speaking correctly there, sir.
Are you talking about these trees that are broken going down here? Like, of course we see that, but there was nothing back the way we came.
Oh, I see. And which way did they come exactly? The way we came, right?
Yep, from the bar.
Okay. Well, it headed off east, I believe, sir. Some dory.
It's highly possible he took your bike and your posse could go find him.
That trail goes north.
The broken trail goes north?
Yeah.
Because Dorian said he was going, or Dorian's metalhead said he was going east.
Oh, you're right. Yeah. No, it's going north.
Oh, okay.
We're gonna retcon that, pretend it didn't happen last episode.
We're directionally challenged. That's okay. We understand.
Right. Well, that's kind of the way it works sometimes. So it headed north. So, yeah, and he's moving pretty fast. A lot faster than we could. One of those motorcycles there could probably help us get along on that way.
Yeah, we're not giving you another motorcycle.
Well, maybe you could just give us a ride back to the one we left on the side of the road.
The road's like 100 feet that way. You could probably make it there in the time we're having this conversation.
Yes, but we do not have the keys.
What
we could find the key.
Do you mean?
Well, what he means is we aren't actually that good at riding motorcycles, which I'm kind of embarrassed to say. That's just not something I was trained in.
I'm thinking you guys ought to probably go back to that motorcycle and get it back to Tori. We're going to chase off after this trail. Man, I really thought Rangers were something else.
But, yeah, well.
But the Ranger
there right now.
But the Ranger, sir, here is very, very good. You should have seen him doing battle with this mechanical beast.
Yeah, have you ever seen how Hulk took out Loki in the first Avengers movie? Something along those lines.
The Ranger is very good at taking a punch.
What's a movie?
Something. Yes, old, thing.
Oh,
They were showing it on the train on the way up here. All right, we'll head back and we'll give this motorcycle another ride here.
All right. You do whatever it is you're going to do. All right, guys, let's head on out. And they ride off in the direction of the trail.
Well, Shot, are you ready to give this thing another go? I'm not sure.
But you just claimed that you could do battle in round 2 better than round 1.
I will once I get there, sir.
Well, let us get there and see.
All right, so do y'all walk back to the highway?
Yes.
Yes, we do.
Excellent. When you get there, Tori, who's the man whose bike you borrowed, is there digging through the ground trying to find his keys to his motorcycle, and behind him you see a motorcycle that looks like it has a child sitting on the front. Child is wearing a very large helmet for who he is.
Sir,
Yeah.
could I see some sort of identification, please? Are you sure you're old enough to be riding this machine?
Hey, what's you, some kinds of cop?
As a matter of fact, I am some kind of a cop, sir.
You got papers, identification.
That's all I need.
He's wearing a badge.
Like
an
I'm wearing a
old-timey
10 star.
My kid brother got one of those out of a Cracker Jack box.
I don't think you got one of these there, sir, but I do have ID. I open up my jacket. I said, yeah, there's a photo ID with me and the commissioner, police commissioner.
It's a tattoo on his bicep.
There's me and the governor. He's giving me my identification, sir.
Nice. Very nice. Okay.
So, let me see your ID, please.
What a weird form of identification.
What?
Photo ops with official personnel.
Why do you? Excuse me. Well, why do you need my identification? I have done nothing wrong.
Well, you're riding a motorized vehicle on a state highway, and that requires you to be at least 16 years old in this here republic, sir. I take great offense to everything you are saying. Let me get off my motorcycle. Here is my ID, sir. Well, as hard as that is for me to believe, you definitely are old enough to be riding.
I am a halfling. I would appreciate it if you would just dial down the racism just a little bit.
I'm not sure I know what you're talking about, sir. I'm just executing my office here and making sure that the streets are safe and, children riding around on...
Not a child. I am a grown man.
I see that, sir. My apologies, sir. Here is your ID back. And
So the 7-foot lizard folk is standing over the little guy by now going... has no recollection of personal space.
Please, lizard man, do not eat me. I am not tasty. I am bitter. That's what my grandfather used to say.
But it appears you are basted in alcohol.
Yes, also that.
Are you saying you've been consuming alcohol while riding on this here state highway?
Among other things.
Well, in Texas, we let that go. There was a period of time where they didn't want that, but we got wiser as time went on.
I'm going to help the other dude look for his keys now.
Why would you froze my keys?
The logic, sir, was that if we were able to remove the keys from the location, that the proper owner of the motorcycle would therefore have a backup set of keys and therefore be able to take his bike back. And only the proper owner.
Yeah, and your keys are right over here. I rolled a 13 on my notice, so I got 2 raises. You don't remember where the keys are, Chot? They're right over here, sir.
Oh, well, that was pretty quick.
Why y'all looking for keys?
Well,
They threw my key. These are the folks that borrowed my motorcycle. Jimmy thinks he's giving me a ride out too. By the way,
Hey, no
These keys are
problem.
Very helpful. But they decided to throw my keys once they parked it, thinking that somehow that made it safer.
Well, if we left them in the saddlebag, somebody would ride off with your motorcycle.
I mean, I could have just set you up with some new keys, I
That's
could
kind of
just.
what I was thinking.
I mean, but you have them now.
Yes, we do.
We don't need new keys.
No, we definitely do not. And but what we do need is if you two fine gentlemen would not mind giving us a lift after your friends there, after try to find this metal monster we see is on the loose. Could we impose on you for that?
Metal monster?
Yes, sir. You see all these broken woods here?
Are you, like, did you see a big van? You obviously don't know much about motorcycles. Maybe that's your first time seeing a motorized van.
No, I'm talking about a metal man.
Oh, a metal man.
Yes, sir.
I see. You ran into a mechanized individual.
Yes, sir. That is absolutely correct. And we actually need to pursue this
Does
thing.
Just out of curiosity, my friends, does the name Dorian ring a bell to you?
Dorian.
You mean like Dorian Gray
Well, that
He
his
did not
name?
give us a last name, however.
from history?
Yeah, you might be onto something, Jimmy.
I saw in the comic books somebody talking about a Dorian Gray in the comic books, and it was this guy. He would have relations with a lot of other people, and he would stay young. He was like immortal, but not like a vampire, but like sort of.
Well, like, did his relations make him young?
I have no idea.
Chot is very intently listening to this conversation.
I was really just looking at
Human history is lost on him.
Is this some type of alien you're talking about?
Yeah. I mean, it's a comic book. It can
Ranger.
be whatever you want.
Ranger, maybe we should take a look at said documentation to see if this is the person we should be chasing.
Possibly, but it definitely sounds like hearsay, and I'm not sure I have the most confidence in this young inebriated small person here.
Again, not that young. I am 40 years old.
I see. Well, in that case, you're older than I am, so...
Is there something wrong with your height?
No, this is how my people come. Well, I'm a little shorter than most of my people, but that's okay. I got a lot of personality. I'm big where it counts.
You're dangle? Well, I think we need to, can we impose on y'all for a ride here? Because I really don't want to.
What's in it for us?
Well, I won't give you a ticket for riding under the influence.
I mean, what am I gonna do with a ticket?
Hang on, you just said that that's not illegal anymore.
Yeah,
Well,
you give me it.
It's
You just-
still on the, it's still on the books, but
Yeah,
you look the other way.
Yeah, but every ticket you give me is just another reason to not have to learn how to use those 3 seashells.
What?
It's a Demolition Man reference.
I know the reference.
Well, you will be doing the Republic of Texas a great favor, sir.
We can give you a ride into town, or at least I can. I can take one of you.
We're going.
Salonian.
Well, we're needing to go that way, north through the woods.
Yeah, that's the town I mean.
Oh, is that where that robot was heading?
I don't know where the robot's heading, but that's where I live, so I'll take you there.
No, it's
Yeah, I'll
the
take
same-
you that far.
Okay, Chad, I think you should ride with your fellow, you know what I'm saying here, and I'll go with.
I shall attempt to hold on the best I can to this little one.
That's going to be a really fun roll. Okay.
And I will
Yeah.
climb on the back of what's his name? Thatcher?
Little Jimmy.
Tori.
Tory.
Oh, Tori. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, Thatcher was a Tory, I think, wasn't she?
Maybe.
Yeah, maybe. All right. Shall we give it a go again?
All right. Tori takes off expertly. With the Salonian riding on the back of your bike, though, you're gonna have to make a driving roll there
All right.
to
So.
get things going.
All right. Let's see what
you're
happens.
You're gonna roll whatever die your driving die is, plus an additional D6, which is your wild die.
Go.
You don't add these two together. You're trying to get a 4 on either one of them.
Well, I got a 2 on my driving die, and I got a 4 on the D6.
Okay. The D6 is called the wild die. It's basically anybody
die.
that's an important character, like a PC or a Nemesis NPC. It's called a wild card. Basically, that wild die signifies like just dumb luck that helps people pass things.
Cool.
So you're able to get the motorcycle going, no problem. You didn't roll a 1, so no recalls on your bike yet.
Oh. What kind of bike gets a recall out there? You know, I'm telling you.
A Yamaha.
The Yamaha Mirage. It's known for its recalls. But
I see.
the mechanic has taken it upon himself to find those faulty parts and root them out and fix them.
That's a. All right, so we are in pursuit.
Well, you're going to town. You're not following the trail. You're on the highway.
Yeah.
So,
Literally nobody tried to talk Tori into following the trail.
I did. Oh, I want to make a persuasion with Tori. We need to follow the trail.
He is frightened of following the trail, so he's not going to do it. You can roll dice if you want to, but he's frightened of following the trail, so he's not going to do it.
I rolled a 26.
Great, he's frightened of following the trail, so he's not going to do it. But he's very annoyed at you for trying to make him.
This is called plot armor, Rick.
I failed anyway, so.
Oh, did you roll like it?
I rolled a pair of 2s.
Nice. Okay.
Yeah.
At least it's not 2 1s. If you had crit failed on that roll, when you weren't even supposed to be rolling, would have been great.
You'd have been walking.
Right. Do you want to have a conversation with Tori as you drive, or do y'all just want to wipe to being in Nacogdoches?
We might as well just go to Nacogdoches. I'm not sure what I'd ask him. I appreciate you letting us use your bike there, sir. I know how important that is to you.
Yeah, well, I'm surprised it was in one piece when I found it. I'm grateful that it was.
Well, that's the way we try to do things, but it's not always successful.
All right. And what about Chot and little Jimmy?
Chot is holding on to little Jimmy as hard as he can to make sure that he doesn't fall off of the back of this motorcycle.
Does he have a sissy bar on that bike?
He's got armrests that come up for tall people.
Yeah. Yeah. And then little Jimmy's just cruising. He's kind of like taking it side to side, weaving a little bit every now and then, just to try to freak out Chot.
Oh, it's not going to freak him out, but...
All right, so you guys get to Nacogdoches, and you pull up to this little diner that's in like a strip center where half of the stores they're not occupied currently. Their glass on the front is busted out and everything. You probably got some squatters here and there. But this little diner is doing pretty well. It's one of the few eateries in town that's actually kind of profitable. He pulls up to it and parks his bike and says, "Now while you have to understand it is fake apples because real apples don't even exist anymore, but the apple pie here is pretty good.
Apples.
But we live upstairs, and you're welcome to come in and eat and pursue your investigation from here if you would like to." Why did you just yell apples?
Yeah, I said fapples.
Fapples.
With an
Fapples.
F. Fapples.
Okay.
Oh, fake apples?
Fapple pie.
It's a family establishment, sir.
Into it. Apple pie.
Apple pie. It's like warm apple pie.
Oh, man, the best. So, you got ice cream? Still got Bluebell?
Oh, yeah. Bluebell has survived everything. It's like a cockroach.
Good.
Hopefully it's not like a cockroach.
Is that one of the favors? Cockroach, listeria, apple pie?
It could it could be a favorite flavor.
You don't know what's a
We don't
delicacy
know in
in
the
New
future.
Texas.
There are
Exactly.
there are aliens.
That is true. Oh man.
Yeah, cockroaches and salted caramel.
Oh.
All right. So what do you guys do? Dang it.
With the little legs sticking out.
Caramel fables.
Well, I'm gonna pull out my dongle in the middle of public, and see if I can see any if it's reacting to
I
anything.
could arrest you for that, sir.
It is pinging all over the place.
What the hell?
Well, my assumption is because we are in a town, there may be other species that are around here that do have their own technology.
That is probably, yeah, that's accurate.
I see. So how are we going to pick this thing out? Now, I wonder if any of this stuff is contraband. I mean, alien tech in and of itself is not necessarily contraband, but we need to check it out.
Little Jimmy's gonna start vaping, but it's, the wacky tobacco.
You got do you have the devil's lettuce?
Listen, it's been like something like 150 years.
Yeah. and
It's not
everybody's
legal by
cool.
now.
We could have entered a dark age. You never know.
Yeah.
That is literally the point of this entire. It's called Dark Adventures, Rick.
Yes. Yes. Yeah, but
There's
we
a
got
reason
magnetic
that you are the law. There's no police. It's just you.
for the entire state of Texas. Oh, we're
Well,
back.
there's only a few. There's a few hundred of you.
Yeah, for the entire state of Texas. Entire state of Texas, we are in bad shape.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. It's called a dystopia, Rick.
Yeah.
See the picture behind me? And you? And Mike?
I'm in a machine shop.
I'll see. So,
Can I determine? Can I try and see if I can figure out a way that the angle at which that machine was running off, kind of pick out maybe where in town it would kind of cross its path?
Maybe if you looked at a map, which they do have.
I'll see. At the Texaco station, we can still
Yeah,
get
you
a
can
map.
you can roll a common knowledge check to see if you can make that assessment.
Oh,
Anybody can if you want to.
This'll go well.
You do have a D4 in common knowledge.
Oh, I understand, but this'll go well. Oh, actually, it did go well. Hold on. 10.
All right, so you have the advent of when you roll the highest number on any of the die, you get to roll it again.
It explodes.
Which I think I just realized, Nasty Nate, you said you got a 6 on your D6 earlier, didn't you?
No, he had gotten a 4.
Oh, you got a 4. Okay, gotcha.
So what'd you find there, Shot?
So yeah, you're able to find kind of the point that you would most likely intersect with it, if you were to go there, and it's not far from you now, only a few blocks.
Well, based upon the Metallic Man's trajectory, I expect
if he
him
ran
to...
straight.
Correct. If he did run straight, he would come out and he would intersect this particular intersection here at this city.
I see. Well, he did seem to be taking a pretty straight shot through the woods. He did not seem to be veering right or left in what we saw. So let's give it a shot. Shot?
Well, I do believe the small gentleman here appears to be of some kind of mechanical expertise. He may be able to help us in this endeavor.
Really? You see the size of his brain?
Well, I see the modifications that he has made on his motorcycle.
Yeah, that is true.
Excuse me.
Yes, sir.
I have a normal sized brain.
No, you don't.
My helmet is very big.
I see. Okay. Okay, well, I'll just start calling you Dark Helmet then, okay?
Okay, that's fine. But I just have a very big helmet. To stress, My brain is the normal size of brain.
I see. Okay.
It's average, okay?
Well,
Average brain.
average. I don't doubt that at all, sir. I don't doubt that at all. I pardon my insensitivity there to your small brain, sir. I will not make that
It is a regular sized
Oh,
brain
it-
for someone of my size. It is like scaling to different sizes. It is a normal sized brain for me. What makes people intelligent is the wrinkles in the brain.
That's what people with small brain always say.
That's fair. You know what? I'm not gonna argue with you. You're a ranger.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. But I have seen Chad is right. You've done some nice modifications on that bike of yours there, and you've kept it running all these years. So perhaps you could help us with this mechanical man that we're looking for.
I didn't make him.
That's true. I didn't think so because he'd be a lot smaller if you did. But
No, I can make big things too. I can make big things for being small.
that's what you tell all the girls, I'm sure. But
Look, it is. I can make big things. I can make big things.
I'm sure you can. I'm very sure that you can.
Ranger,
So,
I can make big things.
you don't have to show me that, okay? Don't show me. I trust you. I take your word for it.
Well, hold on. I said I can make big things, not that I can make things big.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
That's on you.
This conversation is falling upon ears that do not understand the context of this.
Yes.
So-
it's not something you want to eat, okay?
Mike, roll me a notice check.
Sure, I would gladly do a notice check.
Hang on. Mike's rolling a notice check.
Is he going to notice his big things?
5.
5. You see a Solonian with red tinted scales walking 2 blocks away, kind of at a crosswalk, walks from the edge of the street, glances at your building, it seems like, and then turns and continues north.
Ranger, there appears to be, if you remember, a very keen description by our metallic adversary of another Solonian with red scales. I believe I just witnessed one down that direction who appeared to gaze down this way and continue walking.
Slonia, huh? When you say our metallic friend talked about that?
I believe that was who he was referring to as... What the hell was his name?
Dorian?
Dorian.
He said Dorian was like Chot.
I see. Very observant. Well, you're proving to be much more useful than I first
By this
thought.
time, he's already turned and started walking off.
Chot is an alien investigator. Just to be clear. This is like his whole thing.
Well, Dark Helmet, you want to come check this out with us? Can we get, or you got something better to do? Go make some big things or little things? Or
Add a
whatever
beer.
it is you do in your lab?
I mean, I can do whatever I want. I am a free man.
That's
Da-
absolutely true.
Hey, Dobby is a free elf.
That's right. Here's the sock, sir, okay?
I don't need your freaking sock.
In this universe, they wrote an alternative ending in which Dobby survived and did his own spin-off.
That's
I
right.
see.
It lasted like 13 seasons. It was very good.
Oh, very good. Very good. I see.
Look, I mean, what's in it for me if I go with you?
You'll be doing a service you'll have my gratitude, sir.
You hear from down the street, as many metal parts as you're able to take off of this creature.
I mean,
Roll a persuasion, Mike.
that's a pretty convincing argument.
Roll a persuasion +2. He just shouts on his way out of the diner, "You can have all the metal!"
9.
Well, Nathan, do you want to roll against that? Or are
And
you
I ro-
persuaded?
I rolled
No,
an 11. I rolled
I'm
an 11.
persuaded. No, I'm definitely persuaded. Yeah, so I guess we can do this. Let me just get my my little flatbed trailer, and I'll hook it up to the back of my bike.
You hear down the street, I do not think that's going to be enough.
Look, it's gonna be more than I could carry like this.
That's very true. Yeah, we'll be heading down there with Mr. Chop there, sir.
Yeah, okay. Okay, are we going in the... I don't know where we are going. I have not been paying attention to either of you this whole time.
Further down the street. Down the street to the left.
We're at an intersection.
I have no idea where I am either, but there's a Solonian down there named Chot, and we're following another Solonian named Dory.
There's Solonians everywhere.
There's really not.
Who knows? Oh, and then maybe not. But who knows where names come from? Okay, so they're everywhere. They're not everywhere.
The aliens, whether they're illegal here or not, I don't know. We'll find that out. Perhaps this Dorian is. My friend Chot here is, he's supposed to be here.
Okay, well, let me get my bike and get my trailer, and I will come with you.
Dorian's Chot's probably disappearing down around the corner by now.
Yeah, Shot's a block away at this point.
I can drive very fast. Okay, get on. Get on my bike. Ranger, don't get on my bike.
All right.
You get on my bike.
I do.
All right, roll that drive test.
Okay, and then I roll...
Driving plus your d6.
Yeah. I got a 7 and a 2 on my wild.
Yeah, so the 7 will get it. You take off, no problem.
Actually, for most motorcycle riders, just having someone on the back, if it's on a regular street, that would be just normal. Now,
yeah, but he's like half your size.
That's true, but you think he'd be used to that by now. But anyway, go ahead. So, all right, so we're riding. Easy rider. That's the second time I've been a bee. I've been a bee behind a 6'9" reptile, and I've been a bee behind a little guy with a big head.
What's up?
You learn how to drive your own bike.
I don't have a bike.
I know.
I would appreciate it if you put some space between us.
I got all the space I can muster there, sir.
All right. So you guys drive down, and I'm guessing you're going pretty slow.
No, I'm
go
not.
Fast.
Yeah, I can go fast. I'm taking off. I'm gonna catch up.
Did you get your trailer or no?
No.
Okay. I was thinking if you got your trailer, Chuck could ride in the back of that.
Yeah, no. That's why I wanted to get it. But...
Let's say you got it. That's fine.
Okay, I got it then.
Yeah,
I got my little flatbed trailer. It's
so
like a 4x8.
So I'm standing on his trailer.
If you want to be.
Like you're teen wolfing it.
Yes, absolutely.
You're teen wolfing it on the trailer.
I succeeded.
All right. At what? You keep rolling dice.
Well, at standing, I rolled an athletics check.
You're fine. Okay, sure.
Okay, whatever.
All right. So y'all catch up to the shot. He's standing on the corner of the road by now, where he saw that Solonian, and you don't see any sign of him immediately. But you do recognize this would be the street that the mechanical man would have run down had he come through here, and you don't see any signs of that.
Yeah, so I see nothing.
Yeah, I'm going to do a survival check so I can roll some more dice.
It appears I may have been mistaken in his trajectories.
Do a notice. Or an electronics. Anybody can do an electronics check as well.
I'll do electronics. I got a 6 and a 1 on the wild die.
I rolled a 17 for tracking.
Okay, what are you tracking based on? There's no kind of trail.
Oh, there is no kind of trail?
Yeah, no, there's no kind of trail.
All right, well, then I guess I got a 17 notice.
Got a 7 notice.
Okay, you guys notice some lights kind of flickering, like in some of these buildings up at the top, like in the windows. It's not dark out by any stretch, but you do see some like electronical flaring going on, just kind of around over the tops of these buildings, and Jimmy, you notice that there's kind of a pattern to it.
We don't see a donut cart anywhere, do we?
You don't. No, nor a cupcake cart.
Yes,
Hey, Tony's not here, okay?
I don't know much about it, but that doesn't seem that unusual. You say there's a pattern to it? Okay, well, I wouldn't notice that.
Yeah, Jimmy noticed the pattern.
Do I see anybody? I don't see any.
I mean, there are people, yeah.
They're regular people.
Regular, yeah.
Okay.
I mean,
Well,
some humans,
as regular
some
as East
tadpoles.
Texas can get.
It's like hanging out with my grandpa right now. They're regular people, though, right?
Yes.
Where do you go from there?
So Jimmy, what do you notify anybody that there's a pattern to this, or what? You also know that this is not normal. You live here, so you know this is not the normal way of things. Jimmy?
Oh, I'm Jimmy. I was looking at Rick going, what's up, Rick? I was
Jimmy,
like, what are you
there?
going to say now? Okay.
Oh, something's coming.
It appears we must return to this. It appears we must return to this small brain thing because it doesn't appear to.
Yeah.
He recognizes his own name.
It's not the small brain, it's the extracurriculars, I promise you. Wait, so you said I
You notice a pattern in the way that the lights and electronics are flickering.
Hey, so there's a pattern in the lights, in the way that they're flickering. This is not a normal thing.
What do you mean?
I believe in his culture it means that he should be not bogarting and sharing what he is enjoying.
You did not ask. Also, this is good stuff.
Polite society should offer. No.
Well,
I mean, it may be.
Does anything about Jimmy say polite to you?
No, not really. So, but like with the lights and stuff, they're like going weird. Like this is not normal. So maybe we're on the right path. I don't really know. I have no idea what we're doing or what we're looking for, what it even looks like.
we're looking for a lizard person and a giant robot.
All right, Doug, roll me an agility check.
Agility?
Yep.
Athletics, you mean?
Yeah.
While you got him doing that, Shot's going to take a look at the pulsing pattern in the lights and see if it's anything that he could kind of refer to as maybe part of Solonian culture, like, you know,
Okay.
like an
Yeah,
SOS type
knowledge.
of signature or something along
You can
those
make a
lines.
general knowledge check.
11.
Well, I guess it would help if I rolled the right dice here. Hold on. All right. Shot didn't notice anything. He got a pair of twos.
I'll see.
Oh no.
I'll bet everything. I got a pair of twos.
Well, as Shot's kind of scratching his head trying to figure out what's going on, Doug, you barely move out of the way as a manhole cover nearby flips open and shoots directly toward you, and it embeds itself in one of the concrete walls next to you.
What the heck was that?
And there's steam issuing up from underground.
I'll spin around with my Colt 1911 pointed at
You
the
let a few
manhole
shots
cover.
go at the sewer.
Is that normal around here? Dark helmet. Is that normal around here for manhole covers to come launching off?
No, not particularly. You should go down there and check it out. Yes, it is absolutely normal. Yeah, it's totally normal. You should go down there and check it out. You should leave your wallet and keys with me, though.
Yeah. I'll see. I got no keys and I pretty much got no wallet, so. But I got a badge and I got a photo of the governor here, and
Are you going down the manhole or not?
I'm looking down in there. I ain't climbing down there yet. I think we should
No,
go
you
with the
should
little
go-
guy.
It's just it's steam. It's not like incredibly hot steam, but it's steam issuing out, vapor of some kind.
See, and
You can't see through it all the way down.
do I notice anything?
You notice a lot of steam coming up from the manhole that you're looking into.
Rolled a 12.
For what?
For notice!
No,
Looking
Rick,
in
you
the
have
manhole.
to. You have to let me tell you what to roll. You can't just make it up.
Wait, Percy. I do have to call the pot calling the kettle black on that one, because you are notorious for wanting to do check after check after check.
But I asked for it.
Well, you did ask for it, and that's why I'm giving it to you, right?
I
man?
didn't ask for it.
You've been asking for it for a long time, sir.
I didn't ask for it.
I'd like to do my best Ozzy impression.
So I don't see
No.
anything. I mean,
You
is
wanna
it like
you wanna
a
try to
sewer?
notice down there?
Yeah, is there a
You
sewer
don't
down there, or?
you don't see anything, but you hear repetitive metallic clicking.
Oh, well, that's suspicious.
Or sexual.
Yeah, that could be.
Or both.
Or both.
Especially in 2147.
Yeah,
I do suggest we put the serpent in the hole.
You got it.
So you go down first?
You go down first.
Does your dangle do anything? Can your dangle do anything in the hole?
No more than it's already doing. So
That's
do I have
what
to
you
make an
said.
athletics check or a notice check or anything
No.
when I'm going down the
There's
hole?
a ladder that goes down.
Oh,
And
there's
as
a
you
ladder.
get,
I didn't notice the ladder with my 2 raises, but there's a ladder.
it's a manhole.
It could just go into a sewer manhole. Every manhole doesn't have a ladder.
No, that's you're not wrong, but yes, it has a ladder.
Probably very few manholes actually.
I thought you were looking for interesting information.
Well, just anything. I just wanted to know what was down there.
I want to roll dice, man. I want to roll dice.
So you go down the ladder, and as you get into the area below, the walls are covered in small metal like rectangles that are kind of flipping like dominoes, racing off to the north.
What?
There's little rectangles that are metal like dominoes, flipping as they go in the northward direction in the tunnel,
Covering the walls?
covering the walls.
That's kind of cool, actually.
I'm gonna reach out and try and grab one.
Okay. Roll me an athletics check.
I'd have nothing better to do. I mean,
I'll climb down after him. And
Okay, so you're climbing down now. Okay, so
Yes.
you're probably gonna see this happen.
okay, I did get a 4.
You got a 4. Okay. You pull back as the dominoes, a series of them, kind of shrink down a little bit and piece together, and an arm comes out of the wall and tries to grab you as you get too close. And then it disappears, and the dominoes continue trailing.
what was that? Shot, what was that?
Well, it appears to have been an arm.
It, like a metal arm? Was it metal?
Oh, well, there he is. Wait a minute. I didn't
I
recognize our small friend.
I,
Are you down the hole now?
no. I'm looking down. I'm peeking in like this.
You're like shouting from the top.
What? I mean, how far down are y'all? How far down did the
They're
hole
good,
did
like
you go?
8 feet down.
Okay, so like I can still like see that.
Ranger.
Only if you roll a notice.
Ranger.
The steam is making it difficult, so like you can't see what happens. But
It's cool. I got windshield wipers on my goggles.
Ranger Doug. Look, he is correct. His head is the appropriate size for the hole above us.
See?
So you're telling me this wall is armed?
Yes. Yes, I am.
Dang.
Maybe you should try and arrest it.
Not unless it doesn't have a permit.
Put handcuffs on it.
No.
Just shouting down the hole.
You were
I
not
turn
expecting
on my
this tonight, were you,
flashlight,
Percy?
And I'm looking around.
you see a lot of metal dominoes on the wall.
And that's
Kind
it.
of-
And they're all.
Roll me a common knowledge check, Rick.
Perhaps we should follow in the direction they are going.
Perhaps we should do.
However, I don't believe our small friend here, his motorcycle would fit down here.
So
Well,
you
if
rolled
he had an
4.
appropriately sized motorcycle for our small friend, it probably would.
The sound kind of reminds you, Doug, of like water on rocks. Like it's very obviously metallic, but it sounds like water flowing almost.
The waterfall.
More like a stream.
Yeah, don't go chasing waterfalls.
No. Looks like we're about to.
You
Actually,
just-
metal fall.
Oh. So, I'm gonna shout from up in the manhole. So, you guys done with me, or do you think you need more of me?
Well, this is a mechanical thing. I think you'd be interested in checking it out.
Yeah, but you're strangers essentially, and this is a dark hole.
And
with
what is that?
steam.
I smell contraband material coming from down that way. Do you smell that, Chuck?
My senses do not pick up anything, but that doesn't mean that your ranger attuned senses do not notice that there is some kind of substance down that direction.
I think there's a large quantity of contraband material in that direction. I may have to go check this out.
I mean, hey,
Are you referring to the devil's lettuce?
I am actually, yes, sir.
so if I come, how much a cut are we talking?
Well, I don't.
How much more of a cut do you require than all of the metal?
Alright, see, yeah, I want all the metal, I want all the devil's lettuce, but, you guys get your robot. Sounds good.
Well, we'll see, but yes, sir, you will definitely be recompensed for your work in this endeavor, sir. You can trust me. I'm a ranger.
You don't have to use big words to impress me.
Well, you have a big brain, so
I know. I'm telling you, you don't have to use big ones to impress me. We're good. Okay, I'm coming. So I'm gonna climb down the hole. Is there like a ladder or something?
Yeah.
Or do I just jump right in? Okay.
There's a ladder.
Okay.
But the rungs are like a good 2 feet apart. So
it's cool. It's cool. I got like a belt buckle that has a little grappling hook, and I hook it on, and I slide down like I'm
a little carabiner with a rappel line.
Yeah, like I'm Data from Goonies.
You're small enough that one of those like little keychains that retract might be good enough.
Yeah.
Actually, our six. If it's only 8 foot, our 6'9" friend could probably just reach up and grab him.
That's probably true. You're probably ducked down a little bit there.
I appreciate it if you would keep your hands off of me. I don't even know you, and you haven't bought me dinner.
Do you require food?
Always. I mean, I am getting the
Always.
munchies a little bit. Does anyone have Funyuns?
I'm not sure what those are.
The Solonian begins to attempt to regurgitate dinner.
No, thank you. No, thank you. No, thank you. Please, no, thank you.
I've got apple pie for you.
Oh my God, you do that? Oh
No.
my gosh, that's so disgusting.
Oh, no, I am not interested in eating any of that. That was a waste of your effort and time.
Oh my gosh. I hope it's as good the second time around, but no, thank you.
I have
But,
never
please.
attempted to eat it the second time around.
Please do not eat it the second time. Percy, why do games that I play with you always end up with people throwing up and rolling constitution checks for diarrhea?
I'm so excited for it.
It's always games where I play a halfling.
Somebody roll me a notice check. Only one person. Who wants to do it?
I'll do it. Because,
Rick, it's your time to shine.
Yep, because actually notice is one of my good skills, so I'm going to roll a critical fail here. Ooh, I actually maxed both die.
Nice.
So let's see, 11.
11. Okay.
Cranked it up to 11.
You see, like,
Oh,
you're
actually,
kind
I
of
take that back. It's 13 because of my alertness.
okay. Yeah. So you're watching as Jimmy climbs down the ladder, and kind of in your periphery, to the right of you, like if you're looking at the ladder to the right, which is the direction that the dominoes are going, you see several of them on the ceiling, grouped together and lowered down on like a string almost, and it forms this kind of blue eyeball that scans the room with a light, and then 3 metallic men produce from the wall.
Halt.
Ranger,
They-
my dongle appears to be vibrating brilliantly.
They all look at you when you say halt.
And I've got my pistol out. I say, identify yourselves, please.
Behind the blue light, you see another item begin to descend from the ceiling, and it produces a very large head, about twice the size of a human head, and it looks suspiciously like the mech that you ran into in the forest. And the mouth splits open, and the jaw distends, and from the speaker you hear, "Please do not come any further. Dorian would not be happy if I let you come any further."
I see. Well, we need to speak to this Mr. Dorian. And
Dorian does not wish to speak to you.
and all these humanoids, do they all look like little versions of that robot, or what are they?
They are just entirely, they're like plastic men, essentially, but they're made of metal, obviously. But they look like mannequins.
That is a very interesting technology. I must know more about this. Can you explain?
And you see his eyes kind of go from like a blue to dark. And then a few seconds later, they come back up blue. He says, "You are Salome.
Why, yes, I am.
Do you represent these people?"
Yes, I do. This is Ranger Doug. This is Big-Headed Little Man.
No, my name is Little Jimmy.
Little Jimmy, that is correct.
That's right. So what, like, why are we chasing these guys? Did they, like, I don't know.
"I believe they are upset with me for lighting the fire."
You admit to committing arson.
"I did not commit arson. I lit a fire."
Well,
Was it, why do you need a fire? You are not, you don't need, like, heat?
Did the structure you ignited, did that do something wrong to you?
"No,
Then why ignite it?
Dorian asked me to."
do you not like golf?
Does Dorian have a quarrel
Who's golf?
with... Does Dorian have a quarrel with the structure?
"I do not think so, but I do not know what Dorian thinks."
Is it possible for me to ask Dorian? As a
Yes.
Salonian?
"Please follow my ambassadors."
Ambassadors, huh?
I would be delighted if I could speak to Dorian.
And the metallic mannequins turn and kind of form a triangle around that eye, and the mech's head goes back up into the ceiling and continues to move with the rest of the dominoes, and the 3 metallic men, all surrounding the blue eye, begin to walk down the hallway, and the blue eye is still connected by the strand of metal to the ceiling.
You have any idea what this is? What's going on here?
They have now turned a corner, and you can't see them.
I'm following. I'm moving.
Yeah, we're following.
Okay,
Yeah,
all right.
they
You
admitted
following?
to. He actually admitted to committing that arson at the command of Dorian.
Yeah, okay, I set lots of things on fire.
After about 15 minutes or so of walking and following these men, you come into kind of a chamber that's it's a makeshift command center is the best way to say it. It's got a couple of computers sitting on one end. It's circular in nature. It's got about 5 of these tunnels that come off of it. You're coming out of one that appears to be a central tunnel based on your perspective. And you see a red-skinned Salonian, as well as a purple-skinned, an orange-skinned, and a blue-skinned Salonian, all kind of sitting on a back wall. And the red-skinned individual stands up and says, "Your thoughts, my shredder."
Well, that's true.
Well, my ranger friend here is very adept at taking punishment.
You are a ranger, yes?
I am, sir.
I am assuming you are here because of the fire?
I am, sir. You destroyed public property. Actually, you destroyed private property.
I did destroy private property. And he reaches into a satchel sitting by his chair and produces a piece of paper and stretches out toward you.
And I'll walk over and I'll take it. And what is this?
It's the deed to the Piney Woods Country Club with signature from the previous owner signing it over to a Dorian to surrender.
All right, I see that. And where is your permit to build a fire in the middle of the Piney Woods when we're in a drought?
Ah, yes. And he reaches into his pack again and produces a paper that looks like a permit.
What a bunch of nerds!
May I ask a question of you, Mr. Dorian?
Yes. What is your name? I have not seen many of our kind here.
This appears to be a very great gathering of our kind, because yes, there are not very many of us. I am the one called Chot.
Shot. I am the one called Dorian.
It is a much pleasure to meet you. However, when we were riding the train and saw the smoke of your recently acquired burned-down building, the train derailed, and there were missing tracks. How can we put this? Electromagnetic track sections. Is this of your doing? Because we followed your machine.
I do not remember derailing a train.
I don't remember a lot of things.
Who are you? And he looks at the child in the group.
I'm little Jimmy. What's up with all you different colored lizard people? What are y'all trying to taste the rainbow?
Oh, like the candy.
Yeah,
I
like
get
the
the
candy.
joke. This is very funny. He's a funny.
Thank you.
Would you mind sitting in this chair over here and allowing me to make a copy of your personality?
Nah.
I don't think we need a copy of his personality.
Wait, hold on. How much is in it for me?
I will buy you ribs for lunch.
Look, everybody keeps trying to give me stuff that's not money, but do things.
I will give you the price of ribs for lunch.
No, you are going to take my personality. This is priceless.
No. I want to copy your personality.
Yeah.
You get to maintain your personality.
Yeah, and I'm a gem. I am worth a lot.
And of this technology, how do you copy an individual? Are these individuals with you also copies?
No. We are not copies one of another. We are unique.
Yeah, but you want a copy of me.
This one here is called Mikhail. This is the one known as Randall.
Mm-hmm. These are very interesting names. And do not at all sound like you are making them up off the top of your head right now as we speak.
And this is the one known as Leonard.
It is interesting you do not have one called Bob.
We do not know a Bob. Do you know a Silonian with the name of Bob?
No, but if you make a copy of my friend here, maybe you could call that one Bob.
Well, I don't want to copy him as a person. Little Jimmy, I want to copy your personality to put it into Starship's AI.
Yeah, I mean, who doesn't, right?
Most people don't know how to.
That is with some cash.
So you want a copy of Little Jimmy's brain,
Right,
to put in a starship?
right.
Oh my
Yes.
gosh.
It appears you
Right.
want a rude vehicle.
Yes.
Look, I have heard it all.
Is
It
this
is a joke.
is this a new business endeavor of having your
I
clientele
see.
be treated poorly?
It is. Sort of.
Sounds brilliant.
Wait, but you do want my brain to be your spaceship?
I would very much love that.
Can we
Cool.
see the spaceship?
Yeah, what's up with the spaceship? Can I have a spaceship? You can have my personality for a spaceship.
It has
Give
been
me
many
a
years since
spaceship.
I've seen one.
In the tunnel, furthest to the left, you see a long, furry claw kind of come around the corner and grip the edge of the wall. And a very large ROUS steps out on two hind legs.
Master Splinter.
You've gotta be kidding me. Who are you people?
Okay, I got this. This is Chot. This is Doug. I'm Little Jimmy. I'm a Peach. These are some Skittle mans, and we just found them. They're gonna give me a bunch of money and a spaceship to get a copy of my brain. Who are you?
He is not inaccurate of his assessment.
That is not happening today.
What's not happening today?
You're not getting a spaceship, and we're not copying your personality.
I need to get paid for my services that I have been providing to people all day.
And what do you want? You want some money?
Yes.
We live in a sewer!
Cool. I'm sure you find nickels and pennies all the time.
You know what? You're not wrong. He throws you a coffee can full of nickels and pennies.
Nice. I'm gonna put it in my fanny pack.
Just dump as much of it as you can.
I have a leather fanny pack.
Oh
and
my
I just start
God.
dumping it in there.
It's about $15 worth of nickels.
Nice.
So we
Hey.
can hear him when he walks away.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm gonna jingle like a grandpa going to the movies.
I don't know what to do with
So
that.
what is your position in this here menagerie, sir? Do you have a name? And
They
what's
call me... Oh, these guys call me Steve.
your... Not
What's
Tim.
up?
Well, Steve, what's your relationship to Dorian here, and who's in charge? Who is in
I'm
charge
just-
of this here operation?
What operation?
Well, whatever's going on here, you're burning down buildings. I got a suspicion that you actually had something to do with the stealing of electrical magnets that caused a train derailment.
Now, why would you have that suspicion? He says as tons of metallic dominoes whirl around the room.
Because we followed your metal man here, and we believe he had something to do with it.
You think... Hold on. Dorian? Did any of you steal metal plates from a railway? And they all... There you have it. Is it
Nope.
Doug?
is.
Ranger Doug?
Yes, sir. Well, I'm going to need to look around, and I just need to investigate this whole situation a little further, you know?
You know, I don't think that's going to happen today.
Well, I have a question. The metallic beast that we came across in the woods said something about he is required to destroy anything that is stronger than Dorian. Does that include you? Apparently Dorian answers to you.
Oh, you must be stronger than Dorian. I wasn't there for any of this. It's all just very exciting to watch it unfold in front of me.
No, Percy knows what I'm trying to pull.
I would not say that I am in charge.
Well, then who is?
Nobody. We live in a sewer. What
Oh,
But I mean, you did call some shots just now.
Did I? What did I say?
Okay, so they were gonna pay me to copy my brain and put it
We
in
don't
a
have
starship.
money to pay you. That's not calling shots.
I'm just saying, no, but that's what they were gonna do, and then you came in and said that none of it was happening today. What are you, like some sort of disgruntled roommates?
Son, you were probably going to die if you hooked up to that machine.
I wasn't. I mean, who knows? who knows what dreams are?
It's an untested piece of technology that we've created in a sewer.
what I want to know is how do all these reptiles coexist with a rat? Just doesn't seem right. It's like cats and dogs living together.
I don't want to pursue this conversation.
Some of my species are vegetarian.
Oh, I see.
I know it's a little bit difficult for a Texas Ranger like yourself, a human of high standing, of immeasurable ability, and unparalleled strength and veracity to understand, but some of us live together just so we can survive.
Hold
Down
on,
here in
didn't
the sewers.
you just have a different accent before you started that sentence?
Probably a little bit. I'm kind of evolving as I create the character. I wasn't really prepared for this part. To be quite honest, I thought it would be funny if I created the Ninja Turtles as we went into the scene.
I
So here
see.
we are.
Okay.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. So,
But still, Mr. Steve, I need to walk around. I need to investigate here, and I'm sorry, but
I don't think you're going to do that today. I apologize with every fiber of my being, but there will be no investigation in my hometown.
sir, I'm sorry, but the state of Texas gives me authority to.
The state of Texas can lick my butt.
yeah, get him.
Oh my gosh, sir! I wish you hadn't said that.
I think you wish you had left.
You are aware,
I told you no.
you are aware, Steve, that the state of Texas is not an animate object. It's a place, and therefore licking your butt is impossible. Yes, I served that up for you, Percy. Good luck.
You know what?
We're all gonna die,
Yeah, it's gonna happen now.
Oh, we went to hell on this one.
sir.
You know what? Steve, what do you do, Ranger Doug?
Mr. Steve, I'm sorry, but I must insist that. I'm sorry, the full weight of the law.
I must insist the full weight of the law.
I'm gonna start to walk past him.
And he is going to hold a large clawed hand out. Say, I wouldn't.
I would settle for a pizza party.
You take another step.
Ranger, is this this important to our investigation?
We have showed you the permits. We have showed you the deed to the property that we burned. You've got no further cause for any type of investigation, and even though you are the law, blah blah blah, I will not let you walk over me.
I
May-
like this guy.
May I ask why you burned the location?
Because we wanted to see how strong our friend was.
So you had him engage a building?
Yes, it went up very quickly.
Oh, I thought maybe there was someone in the building and you were testing their strength by setting them on fire,
Of
which would
course
probably.
not.
Yeah,
The
that's
building was empty. It was a
Okay.
scheduled burn. We've got all of the paperwork done with the city of Nacogdoches.
How did you? You say you have no money. How did you acquire the funds to purchase this building.
I jangle my fanny pack at him.
Years of collecting. We won it.
we, we built a wishing well in the center of town.
I see. Mind if I examine that permit again?
By all means. And everything looks like it's in place the way it should be.
I'm gonna note names and everything that I think I can remember. And
What are the
Okay,
Solonians doing at this time?
They're just sitting, kind of giggling to themselves.
They're like doing skateboard tricks.
You can tell that they're pretty young. They're definitely younger than you, Chop.
Okay.
I think, okay. I don't know that we're going to get anything more here. I shine my flashlight down each of the hallways.
The rat reaches forward and tries to grapple the flashlight out of your hands.
Oh, gosh.
You want to roll in a post-strength check against him?
Certainly
Do
do.
it.
You got to beat an 18.
Ouch.
An 18, huh?
Yep.
And is that athletics?
Yep. Or fighting, whichever one you're better at.
Nope. Got a 7.
So he grabs the flashlight, yanks it out of your hand, turns it off, flips it back to you, and says, "I said there'd be no more loot."
I'm gonna pull out my pistol and point it at the rat, like right in his face.
And what do you think you're gonna do with that?
I think that if you don't stop being so handsy with my friends, I'm gonna shove this down your throat and see how far it goes.
He looks at it. No, I could probably eat it if you wanted me
And you could probably swallow me whole, but I will rip my way out of you. I will eat you from the inside, like a tapeworm that you have never wanted to have. I will shoot all the way through your butthole, and it will be disgusting.
to. Are
Do you wanna
threatening
try me?
Small
Do you want-
James?
Excuse me, it is Little Jimmy.
Oh, I'm
and if
sorry.
you don't say, if
Little
you don't
Jimmy,
say
are you threatening me?
No, I'm just telling you the truth. I don't have to threaten you. I can just tell you like what's gonna happen. If
The
you
truth,
don't
has
keep your
this
hands
happened to you
yourself-
before?
Look, I'm just telling
I'm
you.
afraid-
keep
Have you
your hands
eaten
to
your way
yourself.
out of an individual before?
Maybe I have. Look it up on the internet. Who's the internet? I don't even know if the internet exists in this world.
Sure, in some shape or form.
He does have a certificate in his house that says human centipede accomplished.
Yeah. Hey,
Achievement unlocked.
look. If you're wanting some of this, if you really want to research some of this, what I want you to do is go get on the internet and look up lemonparty.org. Okay?
We are not affiliated with them here at the stream.
We are not at all sponsored by or affiliated in any way with.
Viewpoints of members of this show do not necessarily reflect the statement of this show.
It's just gonna be funny to me that somebody out there is gonna like look it up and be like, "Oh my god, you guys!" in the comments.
Roll me an agility check.
Who, me?
Yep.
All right, wait. I rolled I rolled the right things. I got 2 and a 2.
That is not enough. A metallic blade that almost looks like it would be a shield comes down and slices through the first 3 inches of your pistol.
Aw, damn it! This is a new pistol.
Now it's a new broken pistol.
I pull out my sawed-off shotgun. Look, I got another one. I'm just saying, you need
It's
to
a
back
sawed-off
off.
shotgun.
I'm just saying, back off.
I
You don't
think
know-
It's best
look.
if you already know.
Little Jimmy.
We'll leave, but you keep your hands to yourself. I will look at whatever I want to look at. This is a libertarian society. I don't know if that's the right term, but it is.
We'll keep politics out of this.
If you leave now, you can leave in peace.
All right.
Ranger, perhaps we could send the rest of your ranger friends that were fighting the fire down here to check.
I have a feeling we'll be back. And,
Oh, I hope you are.
yeah.
Next time I won't be napping when you show up.
I
Well,
see.
I'm gonna have to use this $15 to repair my pistol.
And you guys head out, yeah?
We are going to walk out of here and, yeah.
Okay, so you come up out of the sewer, and you see an individual in a leather suit, but not like a motorcycle deal. But he's leaning against the wall and says, "You all survived."
Yeah?
Yeah, I'm little effing Jimmy.
Why? What interest do you have in this?
Come with me.
Okay.
And you go with him.
Yeah.
You go
I
with
mean,
him? Okay.
yeah, because I'm interested in what he wants to do.
And that's
He's
where
he's dressed in all leather. Why would
That's
I
where-
not go down an alley with somebody dressed
Let's
in
see.
all leather?
He hasn't identified himself. We just came out of a sewer. He says, obviously you just survived. He's again dressed in leather and tells us, "Follow me." What's not to do? I'm got every checkbox is good. I'm all right with this.
Perfect.
Yeah,
Well, that's where we're gonna.
I'm also assuming he looks wet.
Yeah, a little slicked back. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's where we're gonna end
Little
our
soggy.
session, guys. This one was a wacky one. I think I've got to come with a little bit of a more solid plan on the next
Yeah.
installment.
Look, if you let us talk, we will talk.
For sure. Well, and I knew, admittedly, that when I created Dorian as a red-scaled Solonian, I knew he was going to be a Ninja Turtle.
Oh, nice.
But I didn't know what you got.
But that's all things considering. That's funny considering my guy is a martial artist.
Yep, I know. I'm there. All right, so if you enjoyed the stream for some reason, go ahead and hit that follow button. Let
Smash
us know what you
that
thought.
like.
It's an hour and a half of dick
Like-
jokes.
If you didn't like it, leave us a comment. Let us know what you thought and what we can do better, and especially if there were any rules that we messed up or missed or anything like that. But we enjoyed it. We hope you did too. We'll be back soon for more Dark Adventures. Keep an eye out for our D&D campaign, Tears in the Crystal Veil, and more of our Star Wars campaign, Galactic Youth, coming up soon. And until next time, keep on adventuring.
Keep on adventuring, guys. And just one last little golden nugget, guys. The StarCraft stream will be picking back up here in probably
Whoa.
about 30 minutes.
You mean Star Citizen?
Star Citizen. That's correct.
Two
Star Citizen.
Exceptionally different games.
Yes, they are.
We would have had the entire nation of Korea coming to join us.
Oh gosh.
Right? All right.
Guys.
Have a good night.
Bye.